Hello, 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 and welcome to a crucial session on day 3 of this second 2021 Test match. Dan's 11, 49 for 2. This is a big session for them. They need 202 more to win. And remember, Alex's team won the first test. So if Dan's team are going to stand any chance of winning this 4-test series, they have to have a good session now. And a lot rests on the shoulders of the not-out batsmen, Yusuf Sharif and Alvin Sathya, who are just finding their way at the crease at the moment. For Alex's team, they just need to keep doing what they did in the morning session, keep chipping away, taking wickets at regular intervals and not letting partnerships settle, and they will feel they can get an unassailable lead in this series if they can do that now. So we're going to go back to the Dome now for a crucial session of play. It's 49 for 2. Going to be the younger Maguire now. Bowled a decent first over, James Maguire. Steady if unspectacular. And down leg again for... And what's that off? I think that's the arm as well. Little appeal. Nothing from the bowler. Well, that's brought a bit of noise to the occasion now. Just started to become more vocal, both sides, in the last 5 or 10 minutes. Starting to get their teeth into this now. Good nut. Good nut, good over. 4 from it, 53 for 2. Jake Butler, I think, is going to be the new man. Good ball, really good ball from Butler. That's his area. When he gets it full on the crease line, he can swing it both ways, and he swings it a long way. That's where he's most dangerous. Just over pitched it that time. Again, not quite middled from Sathya, but he gets a boundary. Oh, it's a good ball again, and again he's got 4 for it. Little unlucky there, Butler. And amazingly, I know it's early days, it's only the second test match, but this is Sathya's highest score of the series. And again, Butler goes full on that crease line. Just a sense that Alex's 11 have found something with Alvin Sathya, that Yorker length against fast bowling, swinging into him, that's where they feel is the wicket ball. And those are the 2 boundaries from earlier in the over. That's a lovely shot. Lovely shot. He's so good through that area, Yusuf Sharif. That was a staple of his innings of 44 in the first test. Those flicks through mid-wicket. Full toss. Sathya a bit late on it. Well, his over and a bit notwithstanding here, this has been a very impressive debut from Letts. Oh, that's better. That's much more like it. He gets late movement, similar to Rob Maguire in a sense. It's the late movement that causes problems in this format. And that's a good example of it there. That one came back in late. You can't play through the line with Callum Letts because of how late he gets it moving both ways. Good length there. Sathya wears it. Been quite the innings this from Sathya. Some lovely shots mixed in between some indecisive footwork. And again there, he's looked a little out of nick all the way through this series, but he's still there for now. That was a good over from Letts. Sathya survives, not quite looking at his fluent best. And what will Sathya do? He's been very aggressive against spin so far in this series. Will he continue down that vein? Oh, he will if he gets balls like that. That's a pudding from Nav Saeed. That's rubbish, that. Not to sound too harsh, but against a batsman of Sathya's quality, that's under 9s bowling. Ruthless from the batsman. 6 runs. Needs to do better, Saeed. Good fielding. And backed up at mid-off. Looks like Sathya is going to be positive here. Maybe try and take him on. They've got to look to score where they can, Dan's 11, if they're going to get anywhere near this. A draw keeps them in the series. But a draw still means that Alex's 11 just need to avoid defeat in one of the last 2 games in order to retain the trophy from last year. So Dan's 11, as tall of an order as it is and as tough as a chase as this is, their mindset has to be to try and win this game. Get back on level footing in the series. That's better from Saeed. Whenever he's bowled it flat into the pitch, he's looked like he's got more control in this game so far. It's the flighted deliveries that have gone around the park. Oh, and that's, again, not quite timed from Sathya. Leading edge. Low full toss from Saeed, but he gets a boundary. Moves to 30. That's good from Chapman. Unlucky to go for 18 in his first over. It was better than that. Started well here. Oh, that's a good strike. Opened out a little bit there, Sharif. First sign of real aggression from him. Low full toss. Played it very well. No real danger of sending that towards Letts at point. And a good response from Chapman. I think he's better when he bowls it in that area. Cramping batsman for room on the leg side, Midland leg. Not quite quick enough to float it outside off, and that's why. Lovely strike. That's proper aggression now from Yusuf Sharif. First sign of real intent from him. 2 low full tosses from Chapman have been punished outside off stump. Good contact from Sharif. Doubled his score in this over. And a good response again from Chapman. That's better. That's where he's got to be. Tight on Midland leg. And again there, almost popped that one up in the air, Sharif. He's off and running now. Found his footing in this innings. He's 24, 92 for 2, and the partnership is now over 50. And it looks like he may have stolen half a yard with his back foot. Oh, that's a good ball, and just short. Has he gloved it? I think that may have been a chance. Hard to tell. Might have hit the chest. Not sure. Either way, Bharat didn't get there. Sathya survives again. And a good delivery to follow it up. Had a waft at it, Sathya. He's got 30, but he's not looked at his most fluent best. He has looked out of sorts throughout this series. Key player for Dan's team. And good fielding from Elliot Fox. Casual brilliance at cover. Not sure how much he knew about that. I think that may have just been pure reflex. It's good fielding. He's a brilliant character, Elliot Fox. Pulled off the casual look just about there. Full toss. Smith does the fielding himself this time. And he's going straight to his big gun. It's Rob Maguire. No messing around this time. No holding him back. No saving him for later. Just straight on. Get me a wicket. Need him to get rid of Sathya here. Just becoming troublesome, this stand. Oh, the umpire's given it as 4. I think he's got a little touch on this, Sathya. Must have been a very thin contact, but he's got 4. 100 up for Dan's team. And that's lifted on him. That was similar to the Dennis dismissal. That one just got big on Sathya, but he's played it down, played it well. Late on it. He has not looked comfortable whenever Rob Maguire has bowled at him in this series. Not many batsmen do, in fairness. But Sathya in particular, for such a high-class player, just seems to have struggled against that extra pace. Unsettled his footwork. Oh, where's that? It's over the fence. Again, Sathya just got his head too far across the offside, off balance, leading edge. Not a particularly special delivery from Maguire, but just a sign of how Sathya struggled with the pace. He's gotten too far across himself again. Worried about that in-swinging Yorker, and it's the length ball that has brought about the end for him. That might become a fascinating narrative in this series. It's the second game in a row Maguire's done for Sadia in the 4th innings. And Alex Smith turned to one of his big guns and has not been disappointed. 100 for 3. They're back in charge of this game again. Dan's 11 on the back foot. But lucky for them, they've got something of a 4th inning specialist coming in now. This is a big moment in the game. Yusuf Sharif is the form batsman on Dan's team in this series, and Crowther, the man with the most experience and skill in the 4th innings. Very good cricket brain. This is where he tends to shine. Backs to the wall, last innings. Good from Maguire and good fielding from Chapman. Big moment coming up in the game now. This partnership crucial. If Alex's 11 can break this stand early, they'll feel this game may become a formality. But it's going to be easier said than done. 2 tough nuts to crack here. What's he got in his locker? It's a full toss and 4. Oh, thick edge and 4 more. That's much better from Letts. He's unlucky there. They have been quite unlucky today, Alex's team. They've bowled some excellent deliveries. Rubber to green has been against them. That was the first one from Crowther. Played that nicely. And then what a follow-up this is from Letts. But all that Crowther will care about is that it's 4 runs to his name. You'd still say Alex's 11 in charge and heavy favourites. But one more partnership, one more 50 stand, and suddenly Dan's 11 will find themselves in this. Especially if it comes now. Good ball from Maguire. That's the first real sign of a loss of concentration from Sharif. He's fought really, really hard up to now. 24 out of 111 while he's been there. And behind that, and well fielded Rob Maguire. Fascinatingly poised, this game. You feel that what happens in the next 20 minutes or so could be decisive. This partnership may hold the key one way or another. And that's 4. Off the legs again. You can't bowl leg stump half volleys at Sharif. Shouldn't really bowl them at most batsmen, but particularly against someone whose wrists are as firm and as accurate as his. Good batting. And lets it go. Overcompensated there, Maguire. That's a bit too wide. It's been a really brave innings this from Yusuf Sharif. Shown real character. Seemed like impossible circumstances at the start of the chase, but thanks to him and his resilience, the rest of the order have had somebody to bat round. And it doesn't look so devastating a target now. Where's that? Oh! So close. Unfortunately, our camera from behind the stumps has not been working throughout this innings, so we can't show you what's happened there, but that is a whisker away from the fielder at mid-on. Just got a fingertip to it. Very difficult to bowl at in these situations, Crowther, because his defensive game is so strong. Really watchful outside off, great self-discipline. Able to get in line with anything on the stumps as he's done there, and he's got a boundary out of it. Lovely shot. Timed that really nicely. Straight bat. Push through with the wrist, bottom hand. Well played, James Crowther. He is such a dangerous player. Oh, that's better. Don't feel that Crowther's really playing at that ball. I think he's just putting the bat there in case of any late movement back into him. Happy to see it beat his edge. Like that. That's a good one. Really good one. And that has missed off stump by next to nothing. Not much noise in the field, but that was close. Real close. That's better. Good follow-up. Just had to dig down on that one, Sharif. It's good from Elliot Fox. Need something to happen for them here. Oh, he's had a little nibble at that, Sharif. Been so disciplined up to now. Fought so hard. Is that maybe a sign that the concentration just starting to drop a fraction? And left that one alone. He learnt his lesson. He's got a decent bouncer for someone who's not the quickest, Elliot Fox. Just gets big on you, comes back in a little bit. It's quite hard to play. Oh, well, that's another full toss, but I think he may have got an inside nick on that, Sharif, but he survives all the same. 127 for 3. Smith now. The captain, just himself, Lewis Chapman and Nav Saeed left in this rotation. What can he produce, the captain? Want to take some responsibility here. Won't want to keep relying on Rob Maguire. Whenever they need a breakthrough, that's a good delivery. Just had Crowther wafting at that. Very watchful outside off Crowther, but on that occasion his concentration has slipped. Good nut from Smith. Well, an appeal from Smith. This could be close. Not sure where that's hit him. Wow, what's going on here now? Alex Smith is in dialogue with the umpire. He's not happy at this. He's appealed for LBW. Umpire's turned it down. To which the umpire has then asked James Crowther where it's hit him. And James Crowther has said above the waist. So the umpire said, all right then, we'll give it a wide on height. And Smith, quite justifiably, feels that he shouldn't be taking the batsman's word for it. And I don't think that has hit him above the waist. It has hit him high. It's a tight call, but the umpire shouldn't be relying on the batsman's word. Oh, that's a good follow-up. Smith is riled up now. He had a chat with the umpire there, an aggressive chat. The temperature at the Dome has just risen a fraction now. Smith unhappy. He's got his tail up. What can he produce? Oh, it's a cracker. Oh, that's moved a long way. Leg stump out the ground. Brilliant response from Smith. That's a good nut. Well, he was riled up by the umpiring. And in response, he's produced the bouncer Yorker, 2-card trick, and he's got rid of the dangerous Crowther. That is a massive wicket. Good bit of bowling from Smith. He's had a good series with the ball. Not contributed anything with the bat as yet. But he's bowled well. Taken a wicket in every innings of this series now, and that is maybe the biggest one. Huge wicket of James Crowther, such a dangerous player. Just what he wanted. Well, might argue that umpiring moment, for want of a better word, might have worked in Alex's 11's favour here. It got Smith rattled up, and he bowled 2 really good balls to follow on from that. A bouncer that seared back in at Crowther, and then an in-swinging Yorker to knock leg stump over. 2-card trick. And he's gone short at Ramsey. Possible he's looking to repeat the same trick, but I don't think he's bowled that bouncer well enough to cause any indecision in Ramsey's footwork, the debutant. Be no surprise if we see another Yorker here. Ah, and he has, and he's bowled it well, and it's really well played from James Ramsey. Little nod of appreciation. Well, that was a good over, key over, 129 for 4. Oh, that's good from Saeed. That's a lot better. Not been a good test match for Nav Saeed. But that was a good nut. Remember, Alex's 11 only need 9 wickets to win this game, with Randy West missing from Dan's lineup. Well, that could be a no ball, and 4. No question that one was above waist height. And Sharif has done really well to keep that down, actually. Just deflected it through mid-wicket. Ah, it's well played, that. Quite casual looking shot, but he's actually done a very, very good job at that. They'll forgive him if he can get Sharif out with this ball. No, last of the over, and instead it goes for 4. Tough over that from Saeed. Again, Sharif moves into the 40s. Nicely played. So good in that area. So, a fascinating session, 141 for 4. Both teams still well in this game, but you'd fancy that Alex's 11 will be the happier side. They will need to remove Yusuf Sharif in order to win this game. He batted through that session. He's been excellent, and that was a key wicket from the captain, getting rid of Crowther towards the end there. Join us next time, and we will see how day 3 closes up. We suspect this probably will be the last session of the day, and we look forward to seeing how this topsy-turvy test match moves next. Join us then.